What's up, Brandon Smitley here, BrandonSmitley.com, bringing another training log video with commentary. Week 11, day 1, this off-season training. Deadlift, emphasized day, back with the reverse band deadlifts, the reverse average bands. Not a bad day of training. Weather-wise was amazing, way better than 2 weeks ago, that's for sure. I was able to get a little more work. I worked up to 575 for 3, which is 10 pounds more than I did 2 weeks ago. My second rep was actually my best rep by far. I think I just did a lot better job of having the slack out of the bar and having my hips in the right position. That third one was an absolute grinder because I didn't do those things. So, but at least I figured that out. A little bit better way to keep that slack out. And my setup, then for my back down work, I dropped down to 545 for a set of 4. Not too bad. As you can see, I'm still really struggling with lockout. This is really making me work at what I suck at. We did a little bit of testing with the bands to see kind of where things were, and we figured out the bottom was pulling out about 110, and then the top was pulling out less than the bar. So when, you're probably looking at 25 to 35 pounds at the top off of the lift. So if you're looking in the middle, somewhere between that range, between say 35 and around 125 or so, you're probably looking in the 75 to 85 pound range, the knee. So for me, that's really good in terms of the max effort lift, because then it's basically a little bit over 500 and I'm grinding through that spot with more than my PR multiple times. That's a good sign. I then did some more rack pulls against double bands. Did a heavy set of 5 with just the bands with 315, and then I added a chain for a single and then added another chain for a single. So the top end weight was just absurd. Who really knows what it was, but it sucked. I then did some beltless front squats with a cambered bar to a box. As you can see, that bar is wiggling all over the place, so I'm doing a great job of taxing my trunk stabilization, but at the same time I'm also being able to get a little bit of hamstring, glute, and quad work in, and then also some upper back work. So this was actually brutal with just 175. I think my top set was 185, which I didn't film, but definitely a tough variation. Something that moving forward, I know I can probably push a little harder in the off season. I'm having issues staying tight. That usually isn't too much of an issue, but I was doing it more for the upper back work and then getting some hamstrings in, because as you can see, that was set maybe a hair high, which is more relative to my sumo pull. And then I did some glute ham raise deadlifts with this kettlebell and a chain on my back, on my neck. The chain's on my neck to help me reinforce upper back tightness and get a little more weight to make it a little tougher. And then I did a drop set on the last set, which is what's filmed here, and absolutely fried my glutes and hamstrings. Followed that up with some prowler push-ups and some abs, and that's all I had. Thanks for checking in, and you can keep up with all my stuff over on Elitefts.com.